Hey YouTube, Windraiser here today, coming to you with another Transformers review, and today we're looking at some more bones. Today we're going to be looking at Transformers Kingdom Ractonite. And Ractonite here transforms into a Styracosaurus. A Styracosaurus is in the same family line as a Triceratops, except for the two horns here on the top of it, above its eyes. It only has the one horn on its nose, and this beautiful elegant spiky neck frill that it would have. Now, like the Triceratops, the neck frill was able to cover its neck, and when it would want to ward off attackers in front of it, it would have its head down like so, and display whatever pattern it had on its frill. But very nice. We do have a Predacon symbol right here. Nice red for the eyes. And all around, I do like the weathering and coloration of the bones. Like you can see what the different sediments of rock it would be in if you were to excavate one of these. It's very nice. Posability for the skeleton. There's a hinge here for the tail with a rotational joint. A series of hinges and swivels. Knee joint. Break the ankle. Hinge here at the shoulder, one at the elbow, which is like a soft detent. The jaw can open and close. As you can see, the head can move up and down, and it can also rotate side to side. And Styracosaurus is one of my favorite herbivores. Size by size comparison with him. Here he is with Rat Trap. Although, if you want accurate scale to mammal and dinosaur, Rat Trap would be the size that's almost the size of this piece of speck. That's how big Rat Trap would be. And that was just a rock. Here he is next to my Power of the Primes Cindersaur. Reality, Velociraptor would be about up to this part of his knee. Yes. Okay, people are wondering, yes, Velociraptors were only 2 feet tall. They were small. But he's a cool dinosaur. I do love the bones. I do love the coloring. I love everything about it. I'm happy I finally have him. I don't have Paleotrex. I'm looking for him, and if I can't get him, whatever. But he's part of the fossilizers, which the modulators in the combat system, he breaks apart into pieces to form a robot and then to form weapons. Ow! That was my knee. So to transform him, very easy. I'm just going to go ahead and basically rip him apart. So take off the tail, take off the head, take off these, take these off, take this off, pull this, push this out, because that's part of this is a piece up there. These are all the parts you're left with. So first, we're going to go ahead and start with these. Go ahead and peg the legs in. Take the torso, take it from this position and bring it up. You see the robot head here. Plug it into where the neck used to be. Take this part and go ahead and fold this down, fold that in. Yeah, and leave it like this. Go ahead and peg that there. Take one of these, fold the peg out, peg it here. That's an arm. Yes, he has no real hand syndrome. Now, here's where the fun part comes. Everybody has been pegging hit this in like this. No. According to the directions. You can do that. But the correct way, according to the directions, is his head is supposed to be like this. So what you're going to do is, you're going to bring the head like this. This is for the rest of the arm. Come into the mouth, take this post, push it through, close the mouth up, and this will peg into his arm, into his shoulder. Peg this in, arm like this, peg that down, peg that in. And go ahead, flip this up. Oop, too far, too far. And there you have him in Ractonite in his robot mode. It is a very cool robot mode. I don't know how Predacon scanning skeletons can transform, but whatever. I don't care. He looks so cool. I do love his face. That face, though, is just so menacing. Like the black for the mouth cover, the red for the eyes. It's just so evil. Now for the tail is his weapon. And you just plug that onto his thing. His tail is made of soft plastic, as well as some bits of the horns on him. Posability for him in his robot mode. Arms can do a full 360. With this arm, you can have like an extension thing going, to where you can like extend stab. There's rotation at the bicep, bend at the elbow. There are two bends because you have that one and that one. No real wrist because he technically has no real hands. Waist swivel. Legs can go forward and backwards. In and out. You have ankle tilt both ways. Thigh swivel. Knee bend. And head is on a nice ball joint. And this arm is fully functional too. But that's not really the part of the review, is his dinosaur mode and then his robot mode. So I want to get into are his fun modes. These are his weapon-like armor modes. And I have to have the instructions here in front of me because I've only done these once, and yeah, they're very fun. So we're going to bring in our guinea pig here for these. And we're going to be using refractor here. So first what we're going to do, excuse me for a minute. Oh. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rip him apart. Close that up. So you want him like this in pieces. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a giant hammer. So in order to do that, we're going to take the torso here, fold this out until it clips into place. Next, we're going to take this piece, leave it as it is. And it's going to plug in right there. All right. Next, we're going to take one of these legs and peg it into that post right in there. Do it this way. So that way this heel is facing down. Next, we're going to go ahead and take the hips, spread these out. Peg that into the bottom. And this is the hammer. He cannot hold that, but that is a hammer. That is a massive hammer. Oh, can you just imagine being beaten to death with this thing? All right, so we're gonna go into another configuration, which consists of armor and more weapons. So keep this like this. Take this little peg, bring it out, take tail, peg it on top. Take one of these legs, point it in with the toes facing towards the tail. Like so. And this is going to supposed to go down and and peg in. Those little divots right there are going to clip in right there. Sorry. Like that. All right. So there's a sword. Okay. Sure. Next, we're going to take this. Going to leave this pig down. Going to take these horns out. Each one's going to peg the bottom of these feet. And they will go onto this. Like so. Angle up and angle them out. And this will go onto his back. Like so. He's got that going on. This will go onto his shoulder. You don't need this. This will peg in here for like a shield, and now he has a giant sword. There, got him to stand up. This is his giant sword and backstabby thing. Okay, cool. His weapon stuff is just ridiculous, but I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and rip him apart and get him into his last one. Take these off. Take these legs off. Go ahead and fold this back in. And this horn does come off. Like so. It's very tightly in there. It's made of rubber. Emgo said he had problems with him, but he says if yours comes out, it comes out. So this will go here. Yep. These two will go here. I'm going to take the hip. Fold that peg down. It's going to plug in behind his head. There you have a axe-like weapon. You won't need this. Need one of these. Won't need that. All that goes off to the side. So you're going to take this peg, shove it up into his throat. Now, come on. Use your own tail. All right. Open up the jaw as wide as it can go. And you're going to plug it in like this. Close it up. Peg the tail in the front. Bring that down. And now you've got a spear and a hammer. And yeah, he can't That's the best as you're gonna get for him to stand. Let's go ahead and put him back in robot mode. Be right back. And there we have him back in his robot mode. Now, should you pick Ractonite up? If you want another modulator or combat weapon system figure like the other ones, yes. If you want him for the dino modes and the robot, yes. Pick him up. If you can't find Paleo Trex, pick him up. He's literally worth buying. Refractor Gather review. Right, he's worth picking up, definitely worth the money. I'm Windraiser. I hope you enjoyed my review of Transformers Kingdom Ractonite. I will catch you all on the next review.